I've never felt like da 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 da. I've never felt like da 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 da.
And we are back again for another episode of the Project WEBTOON's podcast. Yeah, woo! I'm glad to be back because we have some things to talk about for show.
A good chunk.
A good chunk to talk about, man. And
a drop.
And a drop. Well, I mean, a missing one more than anything. But yeah, and look, everyone's on a cam. We got everybody.
I finally got the camera working, so we're good.
Finally.
And you look good.
You look good.
You look looking fly, my guy.
I haven't.
The mustache, the soul patch.
I ain't seen you in a while. You look good.
It.
I'm liking it. I'm glad everyone's on finally. Woo!
This is my first time seeing your face, man.
Man, you can finally put visual to the audio. It really helps out. But let's definitely do the introduction roles here for everybody. I'm of course your glorious host, the Mighty Sleepy.
What's going on, y'all? It's Hunter Seraph over here.
Hey, and
this is Arc Dragoon.
Hey, as everyone's here. Woo! Oh man, how have your 2 weeks been, boys?
It's been going.
Been going?
Broke my door handle on my car, so then I just bought another one, and yesterday I just installed all of it, so...
Okay.
Oh, I thought you bought another car.
Yeah, that would have been way better.
Right?
Like, I broke the door handle, so I just bought a whole new car. Screw it.
You think I got money like that, boys? Nah.
I mean, you never know.
I just spent the rack on coilovers, okay? I spent the whole grand. I'm broke.
Oh, damn.
I spent my eating money for this.
Well, hey, sometimes we gotta suffer to get those things we really, really want. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, boy. But yeah, no, it's been good here. We got a few new things that I was kicking on. I was super busy yesterday with some outside stuff, so I couldn't get too much to it. But I dropped a few new images in the Facebook group, as well as I caught up on some stuff that was happening on the Twitter on your end too, from some new chapters that were just like, I gotta share this. This is too hot, too good. Mm-hmm. There were a few times you posted some stuff that I instantly was like, nope, turn that off because I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that image before I read the chapter, because I was like, no, don't show me that. Don't show me that.
Don't be a Jimmy. Don't be a Seraph, people.
Hey, when you're on Twitter, you gotta post what's good, homie.
Yeah.
You can at least give people like
a minor
2
heads
hours,
up.
like 2 hours.
I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have a spoiler tab so it hides the image and stuff you can do. I'm just saying.
They have that in the Project Manga. Whatchamacallit, Discord?
Yeah, we do.
Link down below.
Oh yeah, link down below to that. But yeah. But we got a lot to cover today. We got two I'm gonna count them chapters for solo leveling, 3 chapters for My Life as a Demon Queen. One just dropped like 30 minutes ago. We got a new chapter for Demonic, 2 chapters for Peerless Dad, and Inso's Law. So much to go over. Unfortunately, we didn't get one for Legendary this week, but everyone else made up for pace, so it's all good. But yeah.
They knew.
They probably did. They probably did know. So, but yeah, let's definitely roll through some of these, because I definitely have some things I want to bring up. I know Jimmy's got a few things he wants to bring up, and I kind of want to see how Arc reacted to all of this, and being our more seasoned reviewer for everything that's going on. But yeah.
What you want to say is I'm salty? Yes.
Hey, salt to seasoning. Sprinkle a little. Just a little bit.
Delicious seasoning.
Yeah.
I love salty foods.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into our first one here. I want to let's bring up, how about we start off with My Life as Demon Queen, since that's got the largest amount. So, 3 chapters. Picking up.
Still kind of slow.
Still a little slow, but things did happen. We know what the last one ended with, our homeboy getting pretty much quick jumped out of nowhere by the other tournament player there.
The Regent's daughter.
The Regent's daughter. And she basically was, well, we didn't know where she came from for any reason, but she basically gave us the reason and breakdown why she was following them. Supposedly, of course, it was on a mission for the Regent, but she had her own agenda, and that was
she wants to
use them. She wants to get him out. I mean, but it makes sense. That guy seems like kind of a dick, so
everyone hates him.
Yeah, like, pretty much everybody hates the Regent.
Yeah,
and his subordinate that he has with him, man. I hate him.
I know it's not. It's not hard to know who's the bad guy, but
it isn't.
It is really obvious with this one, right? Like, oh no, he's the total dick.
I mean,
there's always one of those guys in every.
There kind of is, but they're laying it on real thick there. I mean, she wants to kill him. Our homeboy's adopted brother basically wants to kill him, and even his own kids kind of hate him the way he treats them. So it's like they're really laying it on that extra level that this dude is the one.
I'm trying to remember. Does he have any legitimate children?
Illegitimate?
He has one son, right? He has one son, but then everyone else is like adopted.
Yeah, I think everyone is. Well, no. Well, he has the one kid, but then everyone else, I think, the other two guys that we saw fight in the tournament, I think they're his nephews.
Okay, so
they're blood related. Yeah, they're all blood related.
The dragons, the three brothers.
Yeah, they're all the three brothers are dragons. So they're all blood related to in some way to him. But
but they're all related to the first king, not to like him though. They just have like a prince position or whatever it is.
Well,
right? They're just in line.
Well, the one arrogant one that what's his name that our main character puts in the toaster, that's his son, I believe. And then the other one, the big dude, that's his nephew. And then the final guy that our MC takes on, he's the adopted one. I think they found.
Okay.
Like he's the one from the family that's that everyone feared because they generally are always seem to be super powerful. So he became part of that family because they became part of him because they figured, oh, he's the last one. They didn't want to get rid of him, and then they gave him the bloodline treatment in order to make him a dragon as well. Mm-hmm. But getting off topic on that one, but we the daughter showed up and basically she's gave the whole spill down that she wants to kill him and that she wants his group's, our main character's group's help to do it because she knows that they're clearly onto something. But he gets that whole spiel, she lets him go, and after that point, he gets his ass motherfucking captured by the dragon again. And and right away,
I don't remember. Is it a dragon? It's more like a lizard, right?
It's like
a hybrid salamander. I mean, he has like
it has no real wings.
It has like the bone wings thing. So, but he gets captured. But once again, in the same kind of manner. Oh crap! If you grapple me, I'm screwed. I literally can't use any of my abilities. So the easiest thing to do to really take him down, just showing how weak he is. But while he's getting captured, Elle and Homeboy are off on the other end doing some exploring,
golems
and they run into golems. And well, that kind of gives our answer to the giant bedrooms that we ran into and who might be using them.
Maybe the giant golems.
Maybe not so sure, but Elle busts out his old technique that he used at the tournament, but now with a little bit more.
Man, I just want to talk about how cold his character design is with the fire hair.
Oh yeah,
his shoulders catch on flames and shit like that, dude. No. Ella's character design is.
I wouldn't be surprised if he slowly more starts to get into looking like
more Super Saiyan.
Not even Super Saiyan, but specifically like
Go further beyond.
Oh god.
Nah, he's gonna be like my guy. What's his name from the Fantastic Four?
Johnny Storm.
Yeah, flame on.
It might be. I was gonna say it's gonna look more like an actual summon from Final Fantasy or like an Ifrit thing. Like
Ooh, that'd be cold.
That'd be cold. Like if he gets into like a full beast form, but like full flame. But no, the cool thing that we got was in the third chapter where Homeboy gets captured and then YB hears it and she jumps out to save her man.
And I got some of that good fan service going on.
That good fan service, but holding him like the precious princess he is. But he decides to throw her own armor suit, and boy,
That armor suit goes hard.
Oh, that Tony Stark and Rescue armor duo matchup there, straight up. Oh, but she makes quick work of the dragon. Like, no need with that added armor. It's super crazy. But yeah, that was.
It wasn't necessary, really.
It really wasn't necessary, but at the same time, it's like, why not?
Cool, guys.
That's
it showed us a new perspective of like what he can do with the armor, considering the fact that he embedded the armor with the stones, the alloy stones, the elemental stones, you know, so that she get added to her sword.
He gave her own Infinity Gauntlet.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I liked him showing off what adding of the new armors. I'm kind of gonna guess maybe in the future other characters might get their own armored mech suits, maybe.
Bro, I can't even imagine that armor.
I feel like that's where it's gonna go, right?
It seems like it, because I mean, hey, I got one, she got one. Well, why doesn't everyone in the group get one? Mm-hmm. You know, it makes sense.
And plus, if you really think about it, it'll make a whole new revolutionary
true
era, because of the way that they could utilize the armor, the way they can embed like the gems into like, it. They could probably embed gems into guns to power up the guns that they have. Like we saw a little homeboy with the AK on him. He was packing heat. You know what I mean? He was packing the heat.
But hey, if you think about it, it really makes sense if he wants to mass produce it, because you know, with him doing the whole thing of wanting to take out the region, and he's got all these classmates who they themselves can't use magic. Well, hey, you give them all their own suits. Bam, we have a small battalion.
Your own indestructible army.
Yeah, you have your own indestructible battalion of people who now can use magic on the same level as other folk. So, you know, he basically can make his own army at a mass-produced level if he really, really wants to. So this kind of plays into that idea later on. But no, it was just hot to see YB in her armor, and the fact that we're getting more out of the rest of the layer. I'm still wondering when, you know, the group's gonna meet all the way back up, but
or like when they end up meeting the dungeon master.
Yes, because we know
the
that
owner of said layer.
Yeah, we know that there's something else still further down. That
no, you know, I'm sure it has something to do with that crystal that the lizard dragon was talking about, right? Like. Mm-hmm.
Well, he's protecting something, but there's possibly somebody else or something else down there that, you know, made the whole area that they'll discover. Or
also, the other demons were talking about, like, whatever the core or like the crystal that provides them all mana, that they're all down there, right? Yeah, so there's something down there.
Yeah, there's something down there that obviously keeps them all
something big,
something. But it was a crazy nice. It was crazy chapters. I liked all the art. I'm happy with where things are going. Yeah, a little bit slow, not super jam heavy with plot so much, so it's fine.
I mean, there's plot, but
plot. Yeah, but yeah, it's all good. I'm happy with where things are at. But speaking of plot and some things that were suddenly happening, let's jump over to Peerless Dad.
Ooh.
Hey, we kind of find out who the mysterious guy who killed them all was.
I was so wrong. I thought he was a part of the the Heavenly Dragon.
How did he know? Guys, how did he know before he went to go talk to the dad? Because he's the one who cut off the other two, that one group's heads off, right? So, how did he know?
But are we 100% sure that he didn't give him instructions prior to do that?
Yeah, because they were talking about in the latest chapter that, like,
letters are a thing.
Why I called you, you know?
Yeah, letters are a thing. He could have sent him on a mini mission.
I always feel like it's just, it's fine, whatever. It's something to just gloss over. It's not too terribly, but I was just like, but wait, how did you know?
I mean,
they're pretty much best friends.
That's true. And, well, granted, we've seen how some of his best friends treat him. So
yeah,
the Water Boy was not too happy to see him. But still, even if
also, I think we could have had him foreshadowed long ago when, like, they already did flashbacks to, like, the early days when they were teenagers and training with their masters. Like, it's not like we knew he was there before, right? Like that's how it is. Like, oh, he was the third brother that we had.
No,
that was along with us all along.
No, we've never seen him.
Bro.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, we could have had him in one scene earlier, right?
Well,
We could have had like a foreshadowing of
But it adds so much more
Ock,
suspense to like really figure out how much more of this world and how many more people he knows that we're not aware of, because you know the whole thing of us thinking that like he's just this silly guy that happens to have massive amounts of power, and you know he keeps to himself because he takes care of his kids, but he actually knows some outside people that are rather unique and just as powerful as he is, if not more so. And
he's got to be a part of the medium world, considering the fact that he was able to fight 3 guys in medium without any troubles.
it's possible he might be part of it.
Either that, or he's just like,
I'm sure he will.
all of their masters are like the top 8 order, and they're like all homeboys, and they all trained all together, and something.
I mean,
like
well,
blah, blah, blah.
we know all the masters are going to say they're homeboys as much as they were just rivals, but still.
True. Like, I mean, like seeing as how he was able to fight just 3 people from the medium world without any issues. He's probably just like Noah, where like his master just taught him how to fight, but then like he didn't want to put him in part of the medium world.
All of them have the same thing. They just were like, I'm going to teach you enough, but then I'm going to just ghost the fuck out of here. Bye.
I'm gone. I'll see you later.
I don't know, but either way, it was crazy to figure out who he was after they showed him off. And we now know that he brought him there because he wants him to train the rest of the other warriors. So
And also, I just want to bring up the little side piece here about with Young when
the date. I was gonna bring that up after the fact. I was gonna see how
because,
everyone enjoyed the date chapter.
I loved it because like in the beginning he's like walking through like the main area. He sees a cute girl. He's like, "Oh hi, do we have any business together?" And she's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And then like this dude just walks up and is like, "Oh my bad, this is my girl," you know. And then like Young steps up.
I mean, even the whole thing with him like acting all nervous.
How the fuck is he that dense that he doesn't know that they're like exactly the same person?
Come on.
They look exactly the same.
They got the same face, the same hair, the same body structure.
Come on. It's him. Are you really surprised? Really?
I
mean, he seems so smart in other areas, but then
hey,
when it comes to relationships, it's like, oh no.
When it comes to combat, he's good. He's like Goku. He's got combat experience.
But
everything
Goku
else
managed to clap Chi-Chi's cheeks.
Oh, yeah. Was it Goku the one that was in the power position of that, or was it Chi-Chi? I'm pretty sure she's the one that set the whole range for the marriage, not him.
I'm pretty sure she clapped his cheeks.
I'm pretty positive. But still, you know, it was a nice. I was wondering when they were going to get to that because they set up so many chapters with the date thing, and for it to come out the way it did, I was super excited.
I was wholesome with it. I was pretty happy with it.
I was happy with
it. And everything like that.
No, it wasn't sappy in any way. I liked watching him just be extra nervous and then go to like really, really liking her and the whole date and how that was going. And the fact that, I mean, the subtle clues of showing off that she's kind of the same person. I mean, they go to this really high-end restaurant and she just throws out money and he's just like, oh, okay.
I just love how he reminisces about his wife.
Like, that too. That he says that.
And he was like, oh man, there's another person just like you. You know? So, and that's like what warmed my heart the most, that he like thought about his wife through Young, you know?
Yeah.
And it was so cute. And then right after that, we get to see Ak-gun, you know?
Yes. Unk shows up.
Uncle Ak-gun.
Oh yeah, this is getting good. I'm excited to see where this goes, especially with Unk's training for all those other warriors.
I really want to see Uncle Ak's background. I want to see his story, where he came from, who he is, how he met Warrior No. Was it through mercenary training or was it through his other masters?
The other masters.
Because like with the Water Boy, he met him through because they were both suffering and they both they were like chilling under the same master.
Yeah,
you know, they were both disciples of the same master. So I really want to see where
they weren't disciples of the same, but they both were suffering in the same manner. They're under high high grandmasters and, hey, you're doing this.
Orphans that were just picked up by grandmasters to train randomly.
Picked up by crazy ass old motherfuckers.
They very much had the exact same kind of upbringing, so they're like, oh, well, why don't we just be friends? We could suffer together through this.
I'm just excited to see his background story.
Yeah, I'm interested to see.
How it plays out, because, like, that's one thing I really want to know, especially with him just popping up out of nowhere with a head in a goddamn box.
Oh, man, just, what the fuck?
Like, how strong is he? Is he stronger than No? Is he
as strong as No? Or better, like, a higher level?
Exactly, like, there's so much with him that's, like, on my mind that's just gonna go crazy with him.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm almost pretty positive that it seems like Unk is, like, assassin proficient, unlike the dad, who is definitely just, hand-to-hand, like, warrior type person.
Like super tank
proficient. Yeah, he might be just like the
old man
sweeps dude. He shows up and it's like a surprise, and you only got 2 seconds to react before it's over.
I'm just mad the old man got off-screened.
Yeah, he's been.
I wanted to see him decapitate them heads.
I mean, he's been off-screen kind of a lot, and it makes sense for his character. But for the
one time he pops up to go to throw hands, like,
I mean, we've had that a lot, so I'm not too surprised that he hasn't off-screen, but I'm sure, hopefully at some point later on, like, one of the kids gets in super danger, or it's specifically the girl, and he's like, nope, I gotta take care of this, and he shows up and does that whole thing we've been waiting to see. So
I want to see what school he trades under, dog. I want to see what he's got.
Oh yeah, it's definitely some crazy stuff going down there, for sure. But let's keep moving on to our next one here, since we got a nice love chapter with the last one. We can keep that up with Descent of the Demonic Master here. Only one.
When they went to college, and then that was so cute.
Go to college and everyone's trying to hit on him. He's like, guys,
hit on her.
Everyone's trying to hit on her.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh hey, I got a brand new car. Just put it in the garage.
Yes, no, homie gets straight up a whole Lamborghini Murcielago. All right.
I mean, he's pretty much proven multiple times, like, he doesn't want anything luxurious. He's good with just what he's got.
He's just got a bike, man. He can probably, like, me and Sleeper were talking about this earlier. We were like, man, he could go faster on a bike than that Lamborghini. That's big facts.
I'm possible that he could probably match it or even get close to it, but
it's like the first couple chapters of fucking.
I mean, he pretty much
high school.
Yeah.
Where Jin, fucking Mori Jin is just riding his bike and he's going faster than the car,
just beating traffic. Oh, it's definitely plausible, but no, this was just a nice, sweet chapter all around with the first days of college, and the meeting up from the seniors and the freshmen to kind of like get acclimated to things, but focusing on his relationship with her. And they've been kind of like sidelining it a lot, especially after him going over to China, and him telling her like, "Hey, I'm just about to do this. Sorry, I can't be here for your birthday." She just kind of was like, "Oh, okay, I'll get there."
You dense motherfucker!
And everybody, yeah. So it was good, and now we got this rollback, and everyone hitting on her.
You know what? At least she's a competently written character who's like, oh, you know what? This motherfucker's dense, and I'm gonna tell him next time. Like, just tell him straight up. Be like, bitch, fuck me.
Just straight up, fuck me.
Hey. Sometimes you need to have a chi-chi in the middle of a show to really get the point across. It's just how it works.
I just want to point out how, like, Jin Ho stood up for her throughout the drinking thing. The dude was, like, having bad intentions, like, oh, yeah, we're going to keep drinking.
Oh, it's your turn to drink?
I'm going to get you drunk and I'm going to rape you. Right? And he had that rape face going on.
and Jin Ho was like, oh, you like drinking? Have another.
Well, we're going to have a whole water cup of soju, my guy. We're going to be out here.
And he's just like, nothing. And then at the end, the dude just vomits.
There was two legends that day.
Two legends born.
The human fountain
And the god
of drinking.
Oh man. What if that just became a whole side chapter, or a whole new thing for him? He just become the god of beer.
I mean, considering the fact that he came from his old world and like all he did was like drink the strongest shit possible.
Oh, it was the one thing he liked, so
yeah, exactly. He drunk was that strong shit.
Yeah, so I mean, hey, when you're the strongest motherfucker around, why not drink the strongest shit around too? It kind of rolls with your character. But yeah, the ending of the chapter with her just getting up and like, just being like,
I need your help.
No, I mean, it wasn't even that, but just the end of it with her just being like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna tell him I like it. Screw it, we're done with this.
No more playing around.
No more of this footy games. I don't got time for this.
I found it so cute when he gave her a piggyback ride.
Yeah,
and she was smiling like, okay. It was so adorable.
He still likes me. So yay. But
and then we get to see League of Legends homeboy back at it again.
Yeah, we do. But it was a nice small break chapter after the last bits we got with, super cultivator of the current world, getting ready to flex himself around.
I love it when we get chapters like this because, like, right after a giant arc, I love to see it when we get like a certain
like a breathing room.
Yeah,
breathing room, just
really
like a chill chapter, like something cute, something wholesome, something like where he's a hero, But
at the same time, it doesn't like not progress the story in any way either, though. So it's fine. Great.
It's good. It's good stuff.
It's well written. I like this.
I'm glad you do. I'm happy. The
way it's going through, I like it a lot. Like when you recommended it, Arc, I was like, I'm on that. And if we read like the first couple chapters, I'm like, I like this a lot because of the way it was like written and the way it was going.
Yeah.
So big thanks to you, Arc. Appreciate that.
Yeah, he knows how to pull them out there. There's always some good stuff all around there with that. But all right, let's keep moving along here into our next one since we're already in love stories. How about some Inso's Law?
Man, that's really I know we're supposed to say that's like a love story, but it's really weird.
It's a weird love story. It's an awkward love story. The
way it's progressing, it's just like
because she tries to like check out every single flag. Like, no, none of these flags.
Okay.
Ever.
The harem, not harem.
Real quick, I just want to point out the fact that I really love that she's going against the author of this web novel, and that she's like rebelling so hard to get away from everything.
yeah, okay.
And then it goes full circle and be like, oh, you did this. You were trying to be considerate of me, of my feelings, of everything. So I want to be your friend now. No, please, don't. I was trying to avoid this the entire time, please.
When they were standing in the stairwell, and then the other chick is like, so why did you ask me if I was okay, motherfucker? Damn!
Okay.
I need a friend, damn it!
Okay. So let's quick fill everyone in what happened. So after the ambush from the group of people that are after, that are after our new possible love interest, Dan I decides to just cut the flag right there and possibly getting into some deeper history with them and just moves on. And this kind of freaks out Yabang with how she reacted, because it's not how she normally reacts, and she thinks that it's possibly going to be it's her getting into that time where she wanted to basically cut off from everybody else. And they kind of explain that bit there. And then of course one of the kings talks to young Yao about it and makes fun of her, and then he runs into Dan I in the hallway while she's being confronted by our new love interest character, and he's going this whole speech like, why didn't you ask me how I felt or check up on me? These are things that you would do if you were a good person. And
no, why didn't you pity me? Basically, that's what she's asking.
More or less.
Oh, everyone pities me, but not you. Be my friend.
Yeah, and then she straight up goes, be my friend. I've wanted to be friends with you and nobody else since I got here. Why aren't you my friend?
And then we get the little side piece of Jiho walking up and is like,
I like how Jiho.
You what, Daddy? Well, let me tell you, she doesn't like guys who don't have dark.
Yeah, I like him sliding in and basically just being like, "Oh, you like her too? Well, you should quit because," and just runs down the list of everything that she likes
that
and how it's
character.
It's not anything that is him or her. Just she doesn't like guys that have non-natural black hair. She also doesn't like guys who don't have brown eyes, and just goes down the list and it's just everything that isn't her. and I'm like, wow, you can just see the blue balls happening. He goes down the list.
No, this is the part where she the main character realizes that like they have been paying attention to her. Like like everyone else apparently never notices their hair colors except now, where they're like, oh yeah, apparently she doesn't like anyone who has non-natural hair colors or like
the standard,
right?
like the standard hair color.
If you look like a main character, she wants none of this.
But if you look like a side character, I'm on that.
Yeah. Oh, well, man. But yeah, that was silly as hell. Just watching that all go down. I just laugh every chapter. Every couple of chapters I get with this whole webtoon.
It's just so funny.
It's just so funny, and it's so silly and great watching. What I would expect normally from all the tropes and everything that should occur, and then how much the main character Danai just tries to push it in a different direction or take it somewhere else, and even with her doing it, it kind of curves back but still stays away from that normal those normal tropes and love story angles. Mm-hmm. But so I was gonna ask Ark, so you're pretty much my go-to person on where we think this may go, because this is just so off the cuff of everywhere. Where do we see Danai moving to next, since now she's basically this was just a long-winded, I'm friend zoning you, and I'm friend zoning you really hard. Where do you think we're going with that?
I'm not entirely sure, because we definitely can see that the way the writer is writing the story is like every single one of the first 4 Heavenly Kings have some sort of feelings for her, but like she hasn't come to realize this yet, because she still believes that they're all going to still go for her best friend, who's still supposed to be the main character of the story. Mm-hmm. Now realizing yet that that our main character is the main character.
Yeah.
Because once she figures that out, then she realizes what the tropes are going to do, right? Like it would be, she's basing it off tropes that she believes some of the misconception of who else is the main character, not her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She doesn't see herself as the main character because she doesn't fit the mold of her idea of what the main character should be. She's not really good at something, or immaculately pretty, or she doesn't have some odd skill that gets everyone out of trouble. So
once we get to the meta point where like she realizes that, because I feel like that's going to be a plot point where she realizes that she is the main character.
This whole time I've been the main character all along.
I've been the main character all along, and then
she's gonna have a mental breakdown when she figures that out.
That wouldn't actually be really fucking funny and cool if she figures out she actually is the main character, and it just breaks her whole psyche. Like she's just gonna be like, she just can't handle it. She's just like,
I've been trying to not do this, but I've been playing to the fiddle of the writer all along.
We're gonna be seeing her in a corner, just in a fetal position.
Yeah, just in the fetal scratch. No. Just everyone, it just shatters her whole reality about that. It would be extra crazy. But yeah, I'm kind of wondering if, since they made a point to show off delinquent homeboy, I'm wondering when he's gonna pop up in the chapters again.
Because we did see him a couple times.
It looks like he has something to do with the mafia guys or whatever chasing the other guy, right?
Possibly.
Like they were suit guys too or something. I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember. I actually
with a bunch of suits.
I actually need to look at his model again, but I think if you saw him, he doesn't have the features of any of the kings or anything like that. Like, he's actually one of the normal looking people. He has just black hair and everything. So I'm kind of wondering if he might slide in and be the person she confides in later or something like that.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
He's gonna be that one side character you never expected to be.
Well, I mean, she sees herself as a side character, so it wouldn't make sense that she would probably go and like another side character, and he seems like he kind of might be a side character so
Big
far.
time with the way it's been playing so far, since he only showed up for like total like what 6 panels.
Yeah, I mean the when they were at the beach, there was a couple 3 or 4 panels there, and then when she makes the first day after school, he's there for about 2 or 3 panels. And
the way they played it out for the school panel, like they zoomed in on him.
Yeah, they zoomed in on his face to make sure you know it was him again. So that's why I was like, he's got to have some importance to the story.
He's gonna play a lot later on here. Like it's gonna be wild.
Oh yeah. I'll definitely. I'll keep an eye out for that. But yeah, this one's going strong. I'm excited for the next couple of bits. Hopefully, I don't know. I hope they don't do the whole the thing where they just drop like 3 chapters in one day, and I'm just like, okay. And then we just go on a break for a little bit. But yeah, let's. I'm looking forward to that. But moving on right to our last one here that we got, the big one for the finish, Solo Leveling, 105 and 106, correct? If we're right.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So we are pretty much out of Jeju Island arc, and
we're like approaching the epilogue of it. Apparently, like
yeah, like I said, we're almost
he still
out
has
of
to
it.
handle the ramifications of revealing his actual ability to everyone.
I can figure I figure anything of being off the island or getting off of it. That's why I'm saying we're kind of at the end of it, but because we. Of course, after
we still got like 4,000 ants to kill.
That too, but after the end of the previous chapter where we got our sad moment of him healing and then him releasing Min-Yoon from the summoning. Yeah, you were also, but that also played against one arc. That also played against one arc, and I thought that he wouldn't release him because he's an actual utility to his group and it's useful, but. His humanity still came through, and like I see that his spirit is strong and he was a good person, and everyone telling them about him like he didn't want to fight, so I release him. But he does the one thing that we all said that he was going to go do. He walks over to the corpse of the ant warrior and goes, "Get up."
But like the way that played out with like the darkness surrounding Jin Woo before he actually arrived. Like, what the fuck happened there? What was that? You know what I mean?
This is new.
What is this darkness?
It's a step towards being the monarch. That's what that is.
The monarch of shadows.
But also from this summoning that we get a new attribute, which is something that has never happened with any of the other ones. This summon speaks. It talks. It has personality to itself.
Oh, no, the other ones, they don't talk, but they have personality. They
okay, I should take that back. Not personality.
They do grunts and like they do acknowledge.
They have facial expressions.
They have facial expressions.
Yeah, they just don't talk. The super ant warrior does talk, but the problem with this one is that after he also revived him, he tried to revive the queen, and then the queen took all of control of the other ant shadows, and he's like, you know what? No. None of that.
I can't have 2 ruling.
I can't have someone else who also does this too.
Because of, and it seemed to be because of her natural ability. She's not powerful to say, but because of her ability that she gives birth to other powerful creatures and warriors, that's what made her so strong, and also gives her perfect communication over everything she breathes to. So yeah, he decides to cancel the summon on her. Even though I could see,
I think it's going to be like a feature later on where like, I signed these soldiers to these.
And the one thing that was the one thing that's noticeable for this, because of the summoning of the Ant Warrior first, he's a general class compared to all his other summons. He's so top tier that he's considered a general, and he believes we're all led to believe that because general class is one of the higher levels, that's what gives him the ability to speak. Because granted, we also thought like, he can speak because he ate so and so's head, and that gave him the abilities to speak prior. But he has the hunter that he killed earlier, and he could talk before he got killed. So why doesn't he talk now?
I mean, the ogre talked, but he doesn't now.
But he doesn't talk now. But it's because he believes it's because of the rank. The rank actually maybe makes them worthy to be able to speak their minds to him, and they can confer in him. So now he's like on the race. Is like, I think I need to make all the other ones generals too to see if they get the ability to talk. And I'm pretty sure the first closest rank he has next for general is the knight, since he's had him the longest. So I kind of wondering what he would say, but I liked the ant warrior pose for him and everything. When he did speak, he spoke to him in a royal manner, like, you are my king, you are
my liege,
and he had no qualms. Like, if you want me to kill all the other ants, I'll do it. I will follow your orders. Even though when he did arise and you, like you were saying, Seraph, the black smoke that's around him, he's noticed that something was different about his arising too. The fact that he seems as powerful or more or slightly above powerful comparably. And, you know, he doesn't seem like it's having any problems controlling him. There hasn't been any like show off of like he might have some resentments or anything like that. But yeah, just his overall.
Sorry, I'm just rereading through 105 and I'm
okay,
like looking at the Min Byun and the Bak-ho moment, because like when Jin Woo put his hand on Min Byun's shoulder,
crying.
And when Jin Woo put his hand on Min Byun's shoulder and was like, cancel summon, Min Byun snaps up and looks at Bak, and they both look at each other. And Bak smiles, Min Byun smiles as he disappears, and Bak and Min knew that was going to be the last time they would see each other's smiles. And that was just like a heartwarming moment to me, that they both smiled. They both knew who each other were. Yeah. Even though as a shadow, he knew who Bak-ho was. And that just like made a new perspective for me about certain summons who like had friends previously, like Bak-ho. And pretty much Bak-ho and Min Byun was best friends. So like just seeing like his best friend go away like that just...
I mean, that chance to get to say bye one last time. Oh,
that's like I just had to bring that up because it's just like a super heartwarming moment.
It's a super nice moment, especially in the middle of all this chaos.
Who still has humanity in him left.
He still does. We don't know if that may change as time goes on, for sure. Getting further into that. So, Ark brought this up briefly there in a hot second. The ramifications of now showing off what his power is. And like I said before, I know I remember bringing this up on an older episode about this, that after he would display or at least make acknowledge of his power to the rest of the world, that some things were going to happen, and one of them did. The United States instantly wants to recruit him.
No. What's also important about that is that they mention his dad.
They do mention his dad. But the fact that other continents now know of him, and it's kind of a thing. They want the strongest, and they're willing to go for him.
He's a one-man army. He literally doesn't need to go anywhere.
He doesn't. But that's the thing. But as we all know how greed and influence can work. So, you know, if they clearly they get the strongest people because they want them. So if they have their eyes for him, they'll do anything to possibly acquire him if they can, you know. And even with him being powerful, he's a one-man army, but he does have friends, he does have family, and unless he's gonna put all of his strongest minions with them at all times to protect them, you know. I'm not saying that
you mean go full monarch and just kill everyone?
No,
yes.
Yeah, no, we won't go that far.
Kill the enemy.
No.
And there won't be any problems left.
We won't go that far just yet.
Kill the president of the United States, and there won't be a problem left.
Just kill all of America. It's done.
So this is our last podcast for being in America. We'll see you all next time from our new hobbles in unknown disclosed location. But
I just want to talk about that sword that he whipped out from
that he decided to change weapons.
He got it from the Demon King, and he was like, I want to see what this can do. Boom! Instant fucking That shit looks so raw in the way that like.
Can you tell?
Pulled it out the way it looks.
Can you tell the artist is a Devil May Cry fan?
Mm-hmm. That shit looking so cold. We all know that Igris is getting that, right?
He probably will.
We all know he's getting that, right? Because he don't fuck with long swords like that. He would be fucking with the daggers, the short swords,
he liked it. He said he really liked it, so he might switch up for a little bit. But
why who knows? He might give it to Beru.
Why not both? Yeah, why not both?
The daggers right here have the long.
Hey, we can sword play. It's a thing.
But like, if you think about it, with like the way Beru is, he's like, man, Igris needs a buff.
So we need to change equipment. Some people need some new models, new updates.
Because with Tusk already got having the fucking Avarice, he's already fucking overpowered. You know, now he's got to make Igris his main guy since day one.
Yeah.
You know, come through for it.
Oh yeah. So, Art, what do we think on ramifications? What's the possible outcomes for this?
I see a bunch of people being sent to try to test him out, and he's just going to kick all their asses and then be like, all right, well, you have absolutely nothing to offer me, because everything he wants is from the, like, all the hidden levels in the system. In the system, and not actually from anyone else. Like, no one else can provide him gear that he doesn't already have, basically.
I mean,
so what do they have to offer him besides like what, money?
He still has the guild still has armor sets that he can purchase and hire gear that he doesn't have or equipped yet. So,
but
there's that.
Would it be any improvements? Is the question. He's already picked up better stuff.
Well, I mean, it could be improvements for his army to help them get stronger. If you think about it,
he still has a crafting ability now, considering the fact that he can craft certain things. He would have to go look for the recipes, obviously.
Well, yeah, he would have.
He can go get like armor recipes and stuff, and then like go collect it,
and go get the materials for it as well. If he doesn't feel like he's purchasing them, so that's one way. But you know, as anything with any crafting ability, it's always going to be based on whatever person's talent or skill level is, and we don't know how much.
But we don't know how the system works like that, though.
This is true, but I figured
because the system could just give him some overpowered shit just for no reason, like it did with the Orb of Avarice.
I mean, maybe it's possible, but I mean, even that was just an item he found. It doesn't seem that the system hasn't just dropped him with massive amounts of extra skill sets outside of combat. So
yeah, they haven't really dropped any like skill stones yet.
Yeah, so
they can collect to gain skills like he did with the when he killed the B rank guy.
Mm-hmm. So there's definitely that to look into for later on. Back on the thing with Arc. Now, not so much to say of things to offer him, but definitely things that he may potentially want. Because I mean, right now he's currently in the midst of starting his own guild. And that's one thing another country could offer. It's like, hey, you come over here, we'll give you all the benefits of a top guild rather than for you having to start at the bottom. This also gives way of, other guilds being upset with him that he's going to get, special treatment. That's also something that a negative side effect that he could get from that. But,
why would anyone have a problem with him having special treatment when they see that he's clearly this powerful? Like,
You're asking why in a story other people would be upset that characters would get special treatment? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yeah, it's because there hasn't been problems with everyone else who is also that class, though.
But there has. I mean, just him supposedly taking out the one dude's brother. He got beef with him. It's easy to see. I mean, we already had that. We already know that. Was it Japan or? It was one of the other continents or one of the other countries that was basically using the Juju Island thing to kill off other hunters so that they could become the new dominant ones for the Hunter Association, because that was the whole point with what's his name getting killed. They were hoping that he would prevail and come out and that they would use that. So there's clearly some level of competition, or at least some kind of deeper conspiracies going on within just the association. So, that's going to raise some eyebrows, especially now with Korea, with them being such a small force, to have him behind them. That's that increases their power tenfold. And no one I can think in any kind of history likes to be doesn't like to be the top dog. So I don't see anyone taking that lightly, that, oh crap, there's a new power. Okay, this is good for everybody. They're not going to see it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So for sure, I possibly see some, I'm trying to think of the proper word for that, but seeing some advertisement come from it. Also, since the whole thing was televised, what about Pops possibly having seen him on the island?
That'd be pretty lit.
You mean if he wasn't watching from afar anyways? Or like...
I mean, the island is pretty damn far. Unless I haven't seen them say anything like he has 10 billion sight and he can just see him from wherever he's at.
He doesn't have the sensory
skills. You
skills.
Don't know that
either. I don't, but at the same time, I'm not going to allude that it's possible yet.
Yeah, what's the possibility of Dad just watching from America?
I mean, yeah, this whole thing was televised across the globe, so you could just watch it on the corner TV station or a bar.
In New York City, he could just see it on
Times Square. It's just up on Times Square. So, what's the chance that, we don't get a panel of Dad being like, I think I know that person.
And that's my kid. What's he doing over there? Why is he so broken? Hold on, wait a minute. He's going
if you're like the joke from how it should have ended every single time when Vader finds out that someone's a dad. It'd be like, oh, you have a son? Oh, look, guys, this guy's supposed to got a son. It'd be like, oh, guys, look, that's my son. That's my son out there. Yeah!
Yeah. He's at the baseball game. Yo, look, that's my kid over there.
He's just so happy. Look at him beat up those people. He's doing so good. That's my boy.
Look at my boy whooping ass and taking names. Literally taking names.
Yeah. I'm more than anything hoping that this will bring out the rest of the stronger class warriors that we haven't seen yet. At least
the national
levels
class.
that, start popping out, be like, this is a new challenger. I want to see how strong he really is, or even being coerced or used to, like, you need to get him to come to join our team. So there's a lot more to go that I'm looking forward to see, that I hope pops up. I've got a few different theories where this could go, but yeah, I don't know. Anything else from you two about this that I didn't pick up on? I know that there's kind of a lot of more theory than there is actual, solid facts at this moment.
No, I don't think we talked about what was actually the important parts.
Okay. All right.
And then we saw Seraph cry a little bit, and then
we got the full range of emotions. There was some drama. There were some feelings. There was a lot of powerful.
Straight up a big thing I wanted to talk about for sure, because it shows emotion in this webtoon. We don't really get too much of that. We just get a straightforward of Jin Woo going, I'm gonna go kick that thing's ass.
Just going full ham on everything. I mean, that we got through everything. There's a lot of stuff to go through, but we made it all the way through. And we're sitting. We got 10 minutes. Sitting just close to about an hour. So.
That's good.
Yeah.
So we only talked about 5 titles compared to the normal 7 that we do.
Yep.
We're discussing about certain things going on here.
Yep. So just to bring up, there was no new chapter for Legendary this week. I didn't see any notes or news that they were just taking a hiatus or something happened and they just couldn't get it out. So hopefully,
our luck, it dropped when we were on the stream.
On the stream. We'll just go check right now and there it is. Either way, we'd have something for next time if that comes up. Also, we all did decide that we're going to be dropping Unordinary for right now, and I think how we're going to do that is once a month we'll actually do a full run of everything that's happened, since the story kind of takes a bit of time to really kind of flesh itself all the way out with everything that's going on. But we will be picking up a new replacement for that. As on top of it, we're also going to start covering God of High School going forward. So we'll be doing 6 instead of 5, but we're still in the throes of figuring out which one we want to choose. But I think right now, we're all in the consensus is we're going to be picking up Sweet Home going forward. A new title.
That's that good right there.
A horror title for this one, and I'm actually looking forward to this. I'm halfway through reading right now, and I'm enjoying myself for sure. It's been extra creepy, and I don't know why I keep reading it at night. Like, I'm reading it right before I go to bed. So
it gives the extra spook of what's going to happen.
I'm getting that extra.
The way it starts out is everything is normal, everything's fine. I'm just gonna go kill myself, and like out of nowhere, you just see the next door neighbor come up to the doorbell, you know.
And at first, I thought it was zombies at first, and I'm like, oh no, this ain't zombies. This is so much worse than zombies. I would prefer the zombies.
This is worse than zombies.
I would much prefer zombies, but yeah. So hopefully everyone will enjoy our coverage on that, and also for God of High School going forward. One big thing that I definitely wanted to bring out before we shove off, if you haven't seen on our Facebook page, I did post an article that Tower of God is getting converted into an anime.
It's called adapting, not converting.
Sorry,
the anime
adapting. We are getting an adaptation of Tower of God. I believe also we are getting an adaptation for later on for hardcore leveling and God of High School.
Why are we getting hardcore? Oh my god!
I don't know if it's confirmed.
It's because it's fire. Look. Okay. I really like hardcore leveling warrior. Because after I got through like the beginning, I hated it at first. I despised it at first. But then as I went through and got to like the tournament arcs, and then like a little bit after that, it got pretty good.
If I have
everybody's still confident as fuck, but still,
if I have to put up with like 50 to 100 chapters before it ges good, no, guys,
skip ahead.
I gave up on Hachimaru after 8 chapters. No.
Not everyone can win arc over with the Buffy effect. You can't. He doesn't want to go through a full season before we get good. But yeah,
it's like people telling One Piece it gets good after episode 800.
No, the same thing I tell with everyone with One Piece. It's fun in the beginning. It just doesn't get good later on. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a fun anime until like you get to a certain point when like there's enough lore where you're like, oh, now I know what the fuck's going on.
Well, either way, I'm happy to see this one get an adaptation. I do plan hopefully in the future that we're actually going to try and start covering that one too on the side. We might have a new weekly version for that. But yeah, just good news all around. Good stuff. Oh, and for Seraph, since I know he was excited about this today, we got a return for Ghosh. Good news. Gosu, sorry. Gosu.
Yes, I'm so happy for
and also
the story writer.
The author is doing better. He's getting better. So
yes, because he's been battling cancer for about like a year and a half now. He's been going through all this treatment going on, and now we finally get a confirmation that he is going to be A-okay. He's going to be going through rehab for the next 4 months. He's going to be going through a bunch of stuff, but he's still going to try and put out content for us. So big shout out to Jin Woo.
Yes.
Hopefully I said your name right. Don't hate me.
If not,
big
hopefully
shout
they
out to him for
throw
pulling through so hard for a hard, tough battle.
Yeah. He was just cultivating, dude. He's cultivating. He's going to become stronger.
His cultivation levels, he broke past the bottleneck.
Yep, he's now ready. But yeah, so I think we can roll out on this one, boys. Definitely covered a lot. We got a whole lot more coming up. I hope everyone out there enjoyed for this new episode, and I really hope that you'll give us some more stuff to look with, and you'll keep joining us and coming back each week to see what we got to cover going forward. But I'm gonna head it over to my boy Seraph because he does it best with the closeouts.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to share along with your fellow WEBTOON viewers.
Yeah.
And like always, we'll leave our Twitter, Facebook, and a couple other things like the Discord for Project Manga down in the description below.
Yep,
make sure to go hit us all up over there with the Facebook and Twitter especially. Oh, and Instagram too, since I've been working on that.
You've been working on that, I hope. Yeah. Also, hopefully I'll get us our link tree up so that we can start doing that, and I'm gonna also move us over so we can start getting on some other streaming platforms going forward. But with all that having been said, I'm gonna sign us off here. I am your boy Slepes.
It's your boy Seraph here.
And this is Arc Dragoon. But wait. All right.
What
I need to tell you to read I Am Destined for Greatness.
We gotta read I Am Destined for Greatness?
I know since we missed out the chapter for Legendary Moonlight Sculptor.
Yes.
So this is like that.
Oh. Okay.
Just like that.
All right. Well, I'll put that on the list, and I'll definitely pick up on it. But yeah, so we'll sign off. Say bye, Ark.
No, fuck you.
Take it easy, everybody out there.